if it was free. Okay. Was Johnson on that? Really? Yeah, I just put her right on our replacement. She finished out this term, yeah.
But then she ran again.
Yeah. Because she had been on school board.
Remember that.
Me neither, like I forgot this was on before, because there was like there and then there was a split.
Yeah, I did the next morning.
Yeah.
The next afternoon.
Somebody.
Hey, Mr. March, how are you?
Sometimes that might not come out.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why I started with the 5-year plan, 5-year plan.
Was,
So Mike's going to be sure about it during
this guy, some of this guy. Down on that.
All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and start our meeting tonight for July 8th, 2025. Will clerk please call the roll?
Steve?
Here.
Wyatt? Here. Jacobsack? Here. Paulson? Here. Wilson?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are going to move right into the audience participation part of tonight's meeting. First up, we have Mr. Paul Johnson.
Sure, last month with the situation where a carcass was thrown on a property, the after was taken care of with the service department. 10 days later, another carcass was thrown on the property. And this time, the APL picked it up. Now, it was stated last month there's a warrant out for this guy's arrest. Well, he's still doing what he wants to do. Then last December, you folks passed an ordinance saying you couldn't have any horses on the property. Well, there's 3 horses there today. Question I have, why pass the ordinance if you can't enforce it or won't enforce it? This guy's, that property's been vacant now for over 2 years. I don't know, why did you pass the ordinance if you can't enforce it?
Mr. Johnson, I'll tell you, we passed the ordinance, because of that situation and also a situation we had in Tinkers Creek. We're trying to enforce it. We cited the gentleman. As you know, it's now gone to Garfield Court. We had a long discussion today with his father, the property owner's father, who says he is the caretaker of that property right now. So we discussed it this evening with Mr. Lambros about some other possibilities. The warrant is still active, and until he gets picked up or he turns himself in, that warrant will still be active.
Well, that's not going to happen. Why would he turn himself in? Nothing's been done yet. All he's done is thumb your nose at you.
He turned himself in one time, posted a bond, and then he failed to show up for court twice, and that's why they reissued another warrant. So it's in Garfield Courts' hands right now. That's where it sits. So we
just have to deal with it.
Well, we're doing everything we can on our end, but the court is the one responsible for when he does finally show up.
Well, what's going to happen in September? Because that's when this body meets again, because you're not going to meet in August. So we have to put up this crap for another couple months before we hear the same old, same old.
Well, hopefully he's arrested by then,
Well, he's working.
Yeah.
He knows more of the law than you do because he hasn't been arrested yet.
He'll trip up. Trust me.
He hasn't yet.
He'll get caught.
He hasn't yet.
They always do.
He hasn't yet.
Mr. Johnson, can I ask you, what was the second animal that was on your property?
Goat.
It was another goat? Okay.
Coyote?
And again, the APL picked that up.
I don't think so.
On another note, how many more years do we have to put up with the no access to Canal Road, inaccessibility to Pleasant Valley, inaccessibility to Alexander Road? How many more years do we have to go through that?
Well, we had a meeting with the county and with Rulon and with Fabrizi that's working on Alexander Road. Had that meeting several weeks ago. The plan is to try and get two-way traffic, not only back down to Canal, but also east and west on Pleasant Valley by Thanksgiving of this year. I can't answer for the companies whether or not they follow through with that, but that was the discussion.
Thanksgiving
Mr.
of this
Ciano,
year or next
am I-
year?
This year.
Can I have that in writing?
Sure.
We
I'll
would
get-
all
I-
love that in
I
writing.
can get you a copy of their schedule.
Can I have that in writing?
Sure. I'll get you a copy of it, Mr. Johnston. I can let you know that our project will be done by then. The one that we're able to control.
Next up, we have Mr. Bronta.
Water running on Canal Road underneath Pleasant Valley Bridge.
Yes.
Has anything been said to them?
Multiple times.
What, is there a problem?
It's part of their dewatering operation. We
Why
don't,
can't they run the hose to the catch basin?
we asked them twice. I'll follow up in writing and get you an answer by the next meeting.
My neighbor's got a motorcycle, he come down there, he said he was soaking wet.
We've had multiple complaints.
I don't see the problem.
Agreed.
Run into another catch basin, of course, right?
Whose
Yes.
project is that?
The counties.
County? No, I mean, like, is who's working it for them?
Rue.
Well,
I mean, the bankment there's gotta be soaked. It's just a matter of time before it washes out,
Right.
then we'll be responsible for that. That was number one.
oh,
Number two, do you think maybe some flyers could be put in people's mailboxes about putting liquids, drain oil, cooking oil in the rubbish? Because then a packer comes and he compresses it, and it leaks out all over the place, leaks out all over the road, and then it's tracked, it's pretty bad. Now, I know in the newsletter, you know, it says liquids on the side. Apparently nobody reads that or something.
Mr. Harder, you have anything you want to add to that? or-
Yeah, but we can't catch it.
I mean, you can, no, it's
You
not your
know,
fault.
naturally, it's in the garbage cans, and
Right.
when the guys dump it, and they flush the garbage truck, of course, it's gonna spew. We do carry some, oil dry with the, clean it up, but it's, yeah.
I mean, you can pick it up on
We try to.
Gleason and then you pack it over on Donald, well, that's where it's gonna flow.
Right, they don't read or they don't look at what we have on.
Oh, they don't.
We'll pick it up for them, but they need to put it in the, next to the
Right,
garbage.
I understand that, I understand.
That way we can get rid of it properly, so it's, yeah, we can, Lindsay can help me maybe.
I
put
mean, it's
some more
been
stuff.
bad the last 7 months.
Some people don't look at Facebook, I guess, or whatever she puts it on, and we'll have to figure something out.
We'll find some different places to notify people. Remind them.
Man, it was terrible, it's just, go down Charles Francis Stone Road, you can see. And then they stop and it's leaking, and then they go over there.
Is there a plug that can be put back in that packer so it doesn't leak out?
There's a hole that we probably could, but then like rainwater, anything that, it's not gonna get out.
Correct, the trash would just absorb it again.
Yeah, I try my best to tell the guys not to flush right in front of someone's house, but, sometimes it just doesn't work out, but, if I put a plug in there, nothing's gonna get out.
Would keep the oil off the ground, wouldn't it?
Yeah, then the belly's gonna fill up, just say if there's an excessive amount. then
Absolutely. And then it dumps out at the trash, at the
the
transfer
actual-
station.
It gets back in the back of the truck, and then it's just gonna leak out, driving down the road somewhere. It's not waterproof. It'll find its way out.
All right, thank you. I will need a motion to approve the minutes of June 3rd, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson to approve the June 3rd, 2025 council minutes as prepared and put them on file. Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes. Now we'll open the public hearing on the proposed 2026 tax budget. If there's anyone that has a comment on the tax budget, everyone get a chance to look it over. All right, I will need a motion to send the proposed 2026 tax budget to the county fiscal officer as received.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to approve. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
First ordinance 2025-7-1.
An ordinance to pay certain claims therein mentioned during the month of June 2025.
Any questions or comments? Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacobzak, seconded by Spieth, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2025-7-1 on third and final reading. Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Need a motion to pass?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson to pass. Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-7-2.
An ordinance approving the editing and inclusion of certain ordinances as parts of the various component codes of the codified ordinances, providing for the adoption of new matter in the updated and revised codified ordinances, publishing the enactment of such new matter, repealing ordinances and resolutions in conflict therewith, and declaring an emergency.
Any questions or comments?
Does it have to be an emergency? I mean, are these things that just kind of came down from, like, we just kind of looked through and like, where, like, from the
Yes, from
state?
the last, no, they're all ordinances that we have passed over the last 18 months.
So like when we got together with that the year of the last term and then last year, the first year of this term, this is just legalizing the updating of that.
To put them in the codified ordinance book.
Yes.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacobzak, seconded by Wilson, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2025-7-2 on third and final reading. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak.
Yes.
Motion to pass?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to pass. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak.
Yes, please.
Next is ordinance 2025-7-3.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Valley Truck and Transportation Group Management LLC to provide for an incentive grant from the Village of Valley View.
Just so council knows, we've been working on this since January of '24. So it's nice to see this finally come to fruition. I need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Jacobzak, to suspend the rules and place ordinance number 2025-7-3 on third and final reading. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
I need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson to pass. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-7-4.
An ordinance to provide for mileage allowance for Valley View Village employees, repealing ordinance 2022-3-5 and declaring an emergency.
Questions or comments?
In section 3, it says that, reimbursements to employees in the future is based on changes made and consistent with standard mileage rates set by the IRS. So this is something that once we pass this, like mileage rates go up and down, this ensures that you don't have to deal with this anymore.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, that's what I
We put that
thought.
in there because we're way behind on this.
That's kind of what I
We're
thought when I
Like 20
saw
cents
it.
behind for a couple of years. so.
Okay,
Don't they do that annually, Dave, usually the IRS?
They do, but we don't.
Okay.
So now, Mary, I talked to Mary about this. She's gonna be able to update it as she gets the IRS circulars.
Okay.
thank you.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Jacobzak, to suspend the rules and place ordinance number 2025-7-4 on third and final reading. Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Motion to pass.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Spieth, seconded by Paulson to pass. Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-7-5.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Cuyahoga County Planning Commission to assist in updating the master plan.
I don't know if anybody remembers, we started this process by contacting the county several years ago, trying to get them to assist us with the master plan. And they finally got us on their agenda, and they're willing to take the brunt of the work. I'll probably be tagging some of you to help with some focus groups and some other things, so I think it's a really good thing for the village, especially for future development and continued progress in the village. I need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Jacobsack to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2025-7-5 on third and final reading. Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Spieth, seconded by Paulson to pass. Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-7-6.
An ordinance approving a change order for the 2025 Alexander Road reconstruction project in the village of Valley View, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Any questions or comments? Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2025-7-6 on third and final reading. Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Motion to pass.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to pass. Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
All right, that'll do it for our ordinances. Now we'll move on to committee reports. Anything from finance?
Mayor, I have three motions that I'd like to make. I'll need seconds for it this evening. The first one is an approval to accept a proposal from Castle Construction and Repair to complete the new masonry Hub Parkway monument sign in the amount of $24,000. Todd can explain it if you want it. Talk about.
This is the West Hub Parkway entrance, so it'll mirror the sign we built at Lombardo's. It'll have the two columns and then the sign between them on the existing foundation that sits there. So this is to update the masonry for the columns and it'll be natural stone, not cultured stone.
I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Moved by Jacobsack, seconded by Spieth to pass. Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes. Secondly, from Engineer Ciano, I'd like to make a motion for the approval to the change order for specialized construction for additional work required for the Schreiber Road partial depth pavement repairs in the amount of $25,000. We spoke about this at last month's meeting and said that it would probably show up on finance this month.
Second.
Moved by Jacobsack, seconded by Wyatt to pass. Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
And then lastly, from Recreation Director Bonville, approval to hire the Gepford Company to replace two controls for the HVAC system at the community center in the amount of $23,628.
Second.
Moved by Jacobsack, seconded by Wilson to pass. Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Mayor, that's all I have for finance.
Thank you. Any other committee reports? All right, go to our directors. Police chief?
Yes, Mayor. I'd just like to thank Fire Chief Papish and Service Director Harder. It seems like this spring that we've had more than our fair share of weather-related incidents, resulting in some pretty substantial power outages. So their help has been vital in keeping the roadways safe. Also like to thank First Energy. We have a new district supervisor that has been very responsive to our needs. In yesterday's power outage, we had a primary line down on Canal Road south of Tinkers Creek. And within 15 minutes, we had 4 trucks and a supervisor on scene, and we were back open within an hour. And that has not been our experience previously. Just an example, we had been working with our previous group trying to get all the streetlights repaired in the village. And for about 3 years, we were submitting lists of 40 to 50 streetlights, the same streetlights over and over again, and nothing was being done. With our new rep, we were almost at 100% repaired now. So very happy with all the help we've been getting.
Good news, thank you. Anything from the service director?
I just wanted to say, we are gonna definitely throw something out there, remind people about the situation for liquids. We do it, but we do it.
No, I mean, it's not,
Is that like motor oil? Like, what is it?
oil, I think maybe drain oil,
Okay.
motor oil, cooking grease.
Saying that stuff that shouldn't be in the garbage?
The stuff that should be on the side.
Yeah.
Which you guys pay.
We would think everyone, you know, we do post it, it's in everything, you know, over the years.
Who's that half?
The people just don't realize that they go in the garbage can.
Yeah, first
and can't see it.
Right.
But if they put it on the side, we have a
Then you know it's
separate, we have a basket on the side of our garbage truck that we put all that in, so then we can dispose of it the right way.
Okay.
But, you know, people just sneak it in there on us, we don't, and once we crush it, it just, you know, spews all over the ground.
Gotcha.
In addition, I think like on Thursdays, right, you guys do yard waste. So people have garbage cans full of old grass that's been sitting for a week. It's been rained on, it's getting thrown in there. It starts to stain. I know that I see it a lot on Thursdays after the yard waste pickups.
It don't smell good.
No, it's terrible.
All right, thank you. Anything from the rec director?
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, 2 quick things. One, just a thank you in advance to the other departments for providing staff and equipment for the home day this Saturday, the Touch a Truck event. So thank you to everybody for making that happen. And then secondly, around this time, or usually the September meeting, we ask for approval for flu shots for seniors. Mary did some great legwork. And this year, there's not going to be a fee to the village for it. Through Drug Mart, they're going to provide a vaccination clinic at the community center for seniors who want to sign up. They just have to provide their insurance information. And it will be, we don't have the full list yet of any of the vaccinations that will be available, but there will be more than just flu. So if they want to get all their winter vaccinations at one time, they'll be able to do it at our building in October. Free of charge to the village and just charge to their insurance. So thank you, Mary, for making that happen.
Thanks, Mary. All right. From the building commissioner?
Nothing further than the report, thank you.
All right, anything from our engineer?
No additional report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any new business from council? All right, I'd like to make a motion. We need to move to executive session to discuss personnel and the sergeant's exam from the police department.
Do we second or do I make a motion?
Motion. Make a
I'd like
motion.
to, I'll motion.
I'll second.
Moved by Jacobzak, seconded by Speed to exit for executive session,
To discuss personnel.
to discuss personnel.
All those in
Call the
favor?
roll. Call their names.
Sure. Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Speed.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobzak.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are we coming back on?
Good luck with your new job.
We are,
Yeah,
we'll come back here to adjourn, see if there's anything else we need to talk about.
I'm gonna vote for you, Jeff Wyatt.
Yeah, we're not doing anything else, we're just gonna go to
Oh, we go
executive
to,
session,
his
come back
office.
and adjourn.
Oh,
So,
staying up
your
here.
choice if you wanna stay or.
We're good. Are we coming back here?
We'll be coming back in here to adjourn.
Do we ever get credited, you know, when the lights are burned out, we pay monthly, and we have to pay for the burned out side? They don't
I've
credit.
received more calls.
I was just curious, you know, is that even something else on council?
Then your entire time on council.
More calls about the canal, the blue water.
And not only that water there, but just north at that corner where the water seems to come on the road in the wintertime.
Just north of the north ramp.
Yeah.
Is that why everybody wipes out there?
Yeah, well, not everybody wipes out there, but like, oh man, people go off the road. They seem to come around that corner and then they
Just get loose?
Yeah.
They're always in that ditch.
Yeah, oh yeah, that telephone pole. In fact, because Luke and Brooke are living on our old house on Canal Road.
Yeah.
And bam, they went down, it was just north of the house. Somebody creamed the pole down there, yeah, some young girl. Where did the wire come down? Was it?
Right by your old house there on,
Yeah.
the branch fell off the top and took the primary down, started the fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were good, this new guy's good.
Yeah. After that meeting, I sent us 3 emails, yours, Todd's, and someone else's.
Well, Jerry was trying for years, we were submitting the same things again and again,
Yeah.
for years.
Makes no sense.
No, that guy's still with the company. His name is, I think he actually got kicked out the position.
They always promote them. When you don't know what to do with them, you just promote them. Isn't that how it works?
I guess.
I'll see you.
See you later.
About like getting, who's it, clean water or something?
Clean water violation. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's a violation.
requested to
All right,
executive session.
I need a motion to adjourn from executive session.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson to adjourn from executive session. Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobzak.
Yes.
If there's nothing else from council, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to adjourn at 7:05 PM. Wilson.
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobzak.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.